Or going back to the old days, Xbox will let you install games before you buy them. So if you pre-order a game and the game is coming on that day, basically you don't have to wait hours for your game to download. Especially this will be especially useful for big games like GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6, which will be coming probably in this next generation, or Style. I don't know what that game is called, Starlight or something. But yeah, Xbox will let you install games before you buy them. So your game is ready to play, yes, really, on day one. Of course, you still have to download the day one patch, but a new feature is coming to the Xbox operating system that allows players to download any game before it's launched. Whether they pre-ordered it from Xbox Store or not, the games are disc or ready to go out to the version. And yes, that means no matter what version you buy, your consoles, of course Sony's not gonna do this. Sony's taking all the turns that to damage their appeal towards consumers. I think everybody who buys PS4 will finally realize that like 2 or 3 years that the Xbox is a superior console because they actually are listening to the people who buy their consoles. Okay, they have been fixing a lot of the issues that people had with the last generation. This is one of the biggest issues that most people had with the last generation of consoles is that you couldn't play your games day one. You had to wait for the game to install. And of course, they had a fast internet. It would probably install really quickly. But people were so internet, they had to wait a day or a couple, especially with bigger games, a couple of days before they could actually play their games. Especially detrimental for like kids who want, like, for example, a game, someone who wanted a game for Christmas or a kid who wanted a game for Christmas. But they have to wait days, and their friends are already playing the games, but they can't play because they have horrible internet. If you have horrible internet, you can't play your game until it's downloading. But now Xbox has made a solution where you don't have to do that, and yeah, Xbox is basically making a lot of you more consumer friendly choices. The only bad thing they've done was with the pre-order thing. I actually think that next gen should have been delayed. That's the whole point I made in the video, because of the virus and all that stuff. And yeah, Sony, they had, Microsoft, they're not forcing the $70 chains on people. They're making it where it's easier to play. You can really play your games day one if you pre-download them, so you don't have to. If you pre-order a game, once you get the game, you can actually play it, basically, there. And yeah, it'll be on both of them here, on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S and X, basically here. And yeah, you'll be able to basically play the games day one. You'll basically be able to play the games day one now. Sony's probably not gonna do this. They're not gonna do this. They're so worried about, they're so worried about, how much money they're gonna make out the PlayStation 5, basically, and try to count their dollars about how much they have on the PS5. You know, they're going back to like the PS3 era, and Microsoft, it was really aiming to make a good experience for everybody. Basically, they're just making, they're not forcing the whole bad chains on people, and I think that's probably why the console sold out. Because they're not forcing these detrimental changes to the console. The console is not weak and underpowered according to many leaks. According to many leaks, the PS5 is actually less powerful than the Xbox One is. And of course, Sony's gonna say, "Oh, we're not underpowered." But many leaks are saying that games are struggling on the PS5. You also have Sony forcing the $70 chains on every game now, with a few exceptions, and you also have, and especially if you buy a game digital, I think they won't reduce the price unless it's like a sale or something. I think it'll be $30 for digital as well. Okay, you have to pay $70 to play Spider-Man Remastered. You can't they're trying to give a backwards compatibility as well. You can't transfer your saves between PS4 and PS5. But Xbox, they were saying that backwards compatibility will basically be an integral future feature to the Xbox consoles. And of course, there will still be Games Pass for if you get the digital version of the console. Once again, you'll probably still be able to play. They'll probably still put original Xbox and 360 games on the Games Pass, so you can play those as well, and Xbox One games. And yeah, Xbox has really tried to redeem themselves, unlike Sony. and they also bought a bunch of companies over the past 2 years to get more exclusive franchises, to own more franchises. Of course, I bet Bethesda and of course Minecraft will probably be on the PS5. Bethesda games and Minecraft will probably still be on the PS5 because those are two IPs that Microsoft still owns. Minecraft especially one, but they'll still probably allow Bethesda and Minecraft to have the development freedom on whatever consoles they want. And he even said that the PS5 exclusives that they're making, Bethesda is making, that they'll still allow them to be made because they were being made before. But I think I think after those they're gonna make them all mandatory, where they have to be on the Xbox consoles as well. And I wouldn't be surprised that they're not allowed to promote the PlayStation version at all. Because I think even that promoting the game is gonna be definitely much more integral than, there. And of course, Sony's gonna promote all the anime games as well, because they're gonna think those are system sellers. Like, they're gonna say, "Oh my God, the Sky is 7, the best game," and then you have Microsoft promoting Elder Scrolls, and of course, Elder Scrolls is gonna destroy the Sky. And of course, there could be that one guy coming, but why are you complaining about anime games? Well, of course, that those games don't really sell. Okay, they don't really sell millions of copies. They sell enough to get sequels as well, but they don't really sell enough to get millions of copies, okay? Unless it's like Dragon Ball, and unless it's like, Persona, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. And there's also another rumor that Microsoft is buying Sega, which means, yes, the entire set, all the Sega properties will also be promoted on the Xbox as well. But I don't believe they're gonna buy Sega. They'll probably have like an exclusive deal with Sega to put some of the games on the system. They're not. I don't think Microsoft's gonna buy Sega after they bought Bethesda. I think buying Bethesda is actually much bigger than buying Sega, because you have some of the best-selling and most famous franchises: Doom, Elder Scrolls, and of course, of course, Fallout as well. And those are like the three biggest franchises they have as well. Those are like the three big free Bethesda has, and now Microsoft can basically promote. And Microsoft's probably have exclusive promotion over any Bethesda game as well. And I bet Bethesda will probably still have their own E3, but they'll probably just promote Xbox console, the Xbox versions. They'll probably still have. They confirmed that they'll still probably come to the PlayStation, Switch, and Nintendo, but they'll probably not be. You probably won't see PlayStation Fallout 5. You probably won't see Elder Scrolls 6 PlayStation. It'll always probably say Xbox, because because that's could probably be the big deal. One of the big deals that they'll still be able to pour them on the other consoles. Because for example, Minecraft is ported to PlayStation. It's ported to PlayStation, despite Microsoft owning Minecraft as well. So there we go. Microsoft is basically, earning back the customers' trust, unlike Sony. And a lot of Sony fanboys are going to be angry every time I criticize the PS5. A lot of Sony fanboys, those people, and they'll call me an Xbox fanboy or Xbox sale, but really, that's just the truth about the PS5. The PS5, all they have really done was, the only misstep Microsoft has really made was they, name of the console, which is going to be an issue that they'll probably get over, like with the Xbox One, and of course the whole thing with the pre-orders as well. But they really have changed since the promotion of the Xbox One. Well, at the beginning, they were promoting it, it's going to be all digital. It's going to be all digital, no physical, and everybody's complaining. But they're making it just an optional thing instead of, forcing it down people's throats as well. And of course, Sony's doing the same thing as well. But yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.